Welcome back to Justice. There's a new program on the Obama horizon, reportedly advising non-citizens to fully participate in the 2016 presidential election by voting. Earlier, I spoke with former Department of Justice official J. Christian Adams. Take a look. Christian Adams, thanks so much for being with us today. You know, this new program by the federal government that we're all hearing about is one where they say that the White House wants people fully engaged in the presidential election for 2016. You worked in the Justice Department, voting rights. What is going on with respect to illegals and the possibility of their voting?
The Obama administration is doing everything it can to inject new voters in the 2016 election, Judge. They're at DHS, for example, the Department of Homeland Security. They've issued orders to get all 9 million green card holders, these are legal permanent residents, converted to citizenship before the 2016 election. Of course, most of them are going to vote one way, so you can understand why the Obama administration is doing this. Those are the people who are here legally. They're also affecting the pipeline of people who are here illegally. The Supreme Court just this week received briefs in a case where the federal government is stopping states like Kansas and Arizona from checking to make sure that people are actually citizens when they register to vote. And the Obama administration, Justice Department, the Election Assistance Commission, which is a federal agency, has tried to block states from making sure that only citizens are registering to vote.
Okay, Christian, I'm going to stop you right there. You mean if you go to vote and they ask for proof that you're a citizen, and you could say I'm an illegal, and the Justice Department is saying that you don't have a right to ask that question?
That's exactly right. The Election Assistance Commission produces what's called a federal registration form. It's used all over the country under the motor voter law. And Kansas and Arizona asked the federal government to please let us put our state requirements in this form that let people prove they're citizens. And the Obama holder Justice Department fought them every step of the way through the Federal District Court, 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay, so now what we've got are people who can say, I'm not a citizen, but I'm voting. But you said something, motor voter. There are some states in the country that allow you to register and vote in the same day. How do we know people aren't getting on buses and going from one state to the next state as long as they can register the vote? Yeah, it's called same-day registration, and it's a big problem. They have it in states like Minnesota, Wisconsin, other locations. And what it does is what you say. You just show up to vote. You say, I'm here to register, I live here, and I'd like to cast a ballot, please.
There are some states where you don't even need ID, but hasn't the Supreme Court ruled on this, Christian?
It has in a narrow sense, Judge, only on the facial challenge under the 14th Amendment. There's lots of other federal laws like the Voting Rights Act, the 15th Amendment, and other civil rights laws that the enemies of election integrity are now using in places like Texas, North Carolina, Wisconsin to fight voter ID laws, claiming that they're racially discriminatory.
Christian, look, this tees it up not only for an election not based on reality, but for all kinds of election fraud, corruption. It is something where, you know, at some point you would think the Supreme Court has to pipe in on this, or is this just something that the Obama can do and have all these illegals be citizens on this fast track? Who makes them citizens? Don't they have to go through a process?
Well, of course, the Obama administration has dispensed with that. But, Judge, listen, there are millions of dollars in bricks and mortars organizations, charities, super funded organizations that exist primarily to fight election integrity. They spend all day, all night in court preparing briefs, lobbying legislatures to preserve the vulnerabilities in our system. It's something that most folks don't realize is happening.
Scary stuff. Thank you, Christian Adams, for being with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up, could explosive Deflategate texts mean bye-bye Brady for next season? Plus, did you have money on the big fight last weekend? New details about all those lawsuits piling up over Pacquiao's undisclosed injury. Undisclosed.